It's backed up traffic like this that's causing city officials to propose changing the roads from 3 lanes to 4 lanes on each side. The question is, who is it being taught to? School officials have assured us that critical race theory has never been on the table for elementary students or K through 12. It has always been a college level course. Due to the rising cost of freons, it will now be extremely expensive to cool your homes during the summertime. Police reform is a hot button issue and still continues to be. And it's stories like Osage's that have kept them in the media stream for so long. So we decided to take a more in-depth look at the situation. Oil paints, sunlight, and nature. 3 of the things that make these paintings so unique. Today we're here at Abraxas Fine Art Studio, where Abraxas Hudson tells us about his distinguished paintings and his exquisite techniques. So let's get to the drawing board.
So I was born and raised here in Lewis, and after high school I went to Washington State and did a 6-week oil painting course. Then basically traveled around the country for about 10 years, just wandering all over national parks looking for things to paint. Then I came back, opened a gallery in Milton in about 2004 and had that for 6 years. And basically decided downtown Lewis would offer more foot traffic.
We wanted to know where his passion lies within his artistic ability.
So what I really love to paint are scenes that are relaxing. I really figured that we need some calming beauty in the world. And my paintings quite often hang opposite of TV, so I'm trying to calm down that chaos in the room, right? That's kind of the idea.
Everyone has to start somewhere, and Abraxas has a backstory that's both entertaining and edible.
So my first art memory is painting with chocolate pudding in kindergarten. And I just remember thinking, wow, I can really get into art. My 2 favorite things, right? Creating something and eating chocolate. So I started painting when I was very small, like most kids. And then I just really stuck to it, and I started showing when I was 14 and 15. And then I just decided this is what I wanted to do as a career path.
Artists capture what inspires them the most, and it's no different here.
My favorite painters in history are the Hudson River School painters, and their big thing was glorifying nature with light. What I really love to do is to travel to a place and figure out what's the most iconic scene, or what scene really resonates with me and makes me think of the best essence of a place. So in the Cape Henlopen State Park, I do a lot of paintings in there. I go on walks through there almost every day. And then so I'm trying to figure out a place that really speaks to the natural elements of an area, and then I think about the atmospheric conditions, lighting, sky, clouds, wave conditions, ocean conditions, and then I put all those pieces together and formulate a scene that I think really kind of accentuates the best features of an area.
All artists are not created equal, and many have various methods to get their paintings across.
So a lot of times what I'll do is, rather than copy a photograph, I like to really paint my memory or feeling of a place. So if I can paint the spirit of a place that really connects with me, then I figure it may connect with others as well.
Abraxas explains his technique, and we discover his mindset whilst creating masterpieces.
So oil paint is my favorite, basically because it stays wet for a long time, and I do what's called wet on wet. So I'm always blending and formulating within a scene all the various colors that I'll use to create the end product. And it requires a lot of layering, a lot of mixing on the canvas. And oil is nice because you have the option of being both transparent or opaque. So I can do basically what I call experiments, right? I'll just try something, and if it works, great, I'll continue, and if not, I'll try something else.
Not everyone can have his stroke of genius, and not all of us are as meticulous as Abraxas.
I just really take my time. Basically, every square centimeter matters in a painting. So like I do a lot with light. So when you're painting with light, you have to really think about the light source. And then every little aspect of the painting has to correlate to the light source in order for it to be one cohesive piece. So you really have to just zero in on all the little subtleties within the scene to define what's struck by light, what's in shadow, and how the light is interacting with the subjects. My smaller works, a few weeks to a month. My bigger works of art, 5, 6, sometimes 7 months.
He also has no problem with helping the next generation put their pens to paper.
And then once a year I do an oil painting course, which is very similar to the oil painting course I took in Washington State back in 1993. The real foundation of art, I believe, as far as the visual arts go, is pencil. So really learning how to study a scene and differentiate objects within the scene based on tone, texture, The values, you're really trying to figure out how to differentiate subjects within a scene and then make them all come together in a cohesive scene. So observation is really the foundation, and that's what I teach in my classes, how to see the world.
Abraxas leaves us with his own personal take on a painter's proverb.
For me, one of the big reasons I love to paint nature is I really want to inspire people to get outside, and especially to enjoy our parks, our state parks, our national parks. I think that we can all benefit from immersing ourselves in nature and really treasuring the land that was set aside for us to enjoy in perpetuity. So you're making kind of an island. Sure. Decreasing the pressure allows the branches to naturally get thinner. And you could add some fissures or cracks in the face of your island, like I did, and then mimic them down below. It will help to show the reflection.
Well, as you can probably tell, drawing is not my strong suit. Nevertheless, if you're interested in getting some decor for your wall, a piece of artwork for a friend, or you want to take some classes, come on down to Abraxas Fine Art and explore the possibilities. Leah, Paige, back to you.